we'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, and Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
First play and a first pass for Murray. That's complete. It's Josh Wiley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's taken in by Watson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. At about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Here's Murray. Wheaton with a catch right side. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
What finds his receiver, Watson?
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Johnson to return it.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown! A offense here so far.
And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, here's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
To throw is Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Johnson on the return.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he's loose at the 40. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 69 yards.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Javon Hargrave. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Javon Hargrave. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Moody good with the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Spears on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Right back to Spears.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hand off to Spears.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now Murray. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And running with power here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Throwing on first down is Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These 2 teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Now 2nd and 9. The Lance going to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That story that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Moody good with the extra point,
and it is 42-0.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll start on the ground with Spears.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
To throw, it's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Murray.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray now. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough, and the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with a 40.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And they're going to speed things up here.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 32.
That's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action, now it's Lance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a give to Spears, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Javon Hargrave. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
Gets past one man. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards.
And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. Wheaton's got it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Murray going to throw.
That pass complete to Moore.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Here's Murray.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
On the return, Johnson.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
And Lance now to throw.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And some room to work.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
18 yards, 1st down Niners.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 12 on the year. And the 49ers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun, Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll run with Spears. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now Moody for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset.
Here's 3rd and 6.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Again, they'll throw with Murray.
Goes right back to McBride.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down, Murray.
He's got McBride here over the middle.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Shotgun now for Murray.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the right sideline.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The extra point try now for Moody.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray over the middle, complete. That's Watson. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the 49ers,
they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,
they're going to kind of bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 3-14.
And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming.